Hello everyone and welcome back to Anno 1800. Now, Princess Ching and Margaret Hunt are working together as expected. So at the moment we are being fought on from two sides here. Both of Princess Ching's ships here. In that case here, trying to probably take down one of my battleships. Not very successfully so. Would be interesting where I've got this item here for the self-repair. We can actually move it over there to the battleship and activate it right away. So this battleship is being repaired now while it's still fighting. Yeah, we can see that, right? It's taking damage from both sides, but at the same time it's repairing itself now. Beautiful item there really, for this one to go down as well here on the open sea, at the open sea. Yeah, down it is there, just in all its glory. Let's just have a look at these items there. I'm looking particularly right now for animals. There might be animals everywhere here for our zoo, for a special zoo that we want to get. There's something for the museum at least, and botanical gardens there once more. So everything that gives me some attractiveness is very much appreciated, though animals please would take priority right now. There is another ship going down. Perhaps there is something. And by the way, I need to check real quick. Do we have something? Yes, we do have some animals here, like the gorilla, for example, in River of Stars, and something more for the botanical garden than in Tombola as well, that I can use for a sexy zoo that we will build in Madison as well. Some chocolate, chocolate not really something that I need, and another clipper coming out. We are going to push another one out as well. This one here will replace once again a trade route that was destroyed. Happens from time to time, can't change that. There is a surprise attack from time to time, and yeah, well, that's it. I could push the battleship here, one of them. He is still alive, right? From his exile. He is talking from time to time, the Admiral. And yeah, I could, of course, have a battleship being an escort to one of these, right, as protection. But that's just rather a waste, and also it would slow down the trade route significantly, because the ship would always have to keep up with the clipper there. So nothing really that I would like to do there at the moment. There is a bit of loot over there still that we might have a look at. And the other clipper is going to take the animal items then over to the old world. I'm also still intrigued here really I'm really trying hard to get Sean here to my side, right? We're at 40 with him. We're much stronger military wise, and he still doesn't want to go with non-aggression pact or trade rights. I don't know why you don't want to profit there, Sean. No idea. Do you really want to go down with the others? Might be his goal, might be his goal. Now, my convoy, my shopping convoy has arrived back home again, right? 2 dreadnoughts are out just on time, and we do have the proper items now to move them over there. So 1 Romanov for each, one of these Polistas for each, and then 1 Dre von Gast for each of them, right? So these are going to be prepared for, yeah, siege combat, right? And my other ship here, the cargo ship, has the Vice Admiral Adams. They're still on board for the self-healing. So this ship here, for example, has some nice boosting there overall. And this ship here has still the Dre von Gast and the Polister. And I'm going to put them into my harbor area, into my harbor storage. So whenever we get another of these chippies out there, we can use those items. Dre von Gast especially is just very lovely. Let's commission another dreadnought. Perfect. And we could go ahead with one more after this, right? So we get a couple more of them coming out, and we can, well, continue in the meanwhile to build our beautiful little town there. I love my fence. Did I say that already? I love that fence here really. And we are just going to populate it left and right with more buildings. First of all, we can upgrade. We have 470 farmers still in the balance, so it's nice to continue upgrading. We got 1,300 workers at the moment, and that's just very lovely indeed, because we can then go ahead here and upgrade more people to artisan, where we are sitting at 1,000 at the moment, 1,100. Artisans pay more taxes, but ultimately, of course, we want to get those investors out there. And we are really just limited by the amount of workforce there at the moment. Building material is just really fine looking. Then we got lots of artisans here that we can upgrade to engineers. That I would like to do. The last step before we can push them to investors. Those guys as well. I think down here, everything here has been developed already. And perhaps also a couple more of them here. And this block, there might be some engineers then as well. Wait a second. Why stop there, right? Why stop? Because we do need workforce. So let's go ahead, upgrade those guys here to artisans. Do I have more farmers? I have plenty of farmers on Madison still, right? They're all over here. Which is also not very good, because we got some high sophisticated buildings right there. A museum, a botanical garden, and I definitely don't want to have farmers living right next to that. let's just go ahead and upgrade more of these sponges there. There you go. And then we can basically go ahead with this block here and this block. There you go. Artisans, perfect again. And the farmers, well, we're going to get the farmers in Min, where we can continue with our city here, our city development, right? In Min, however, I would still like to have a landmark or something, because that city otherwise would look not very good. We have this central area there, a nice plaza perhaps for something that I'm going to keep there for now. And then we have... wait a second, how can we make this one work? There's a road here that no one needs, and I'm just going to basically have a block here, and then probably copy me this block, that side there. Let's also just mix it up there a bit. Going over, perfect. There is the plague roaming once more. We have the resources though for a nice hospital, so let's just go ahead and get us this hospital out there. Yeah, well, this could actually fit into that central spot here just fine, right? But I'm not doing that. I want to reserve that for something else. So I'm just going to have one hospital on that side and one hospital on that side. That's 2 hospitals now, covering the whole city basically and beyond that. So that's perfectly fine. It's going to be 2 doctors everywhere. That's for these farmers. And as we can see already, my farmer population is just looking much better because of that. There is a bit more space that we can use for a couple more buildings. As Min is growing. Now, of course, with that, always very important, looking out for my consumption rates. Framework knitters is fine, the fish is fine. Bear in mind, it's not fully producing red because we are most likely capped on the fish, so it should not be any problem here. Yes, we are capped on that. By the way, I do have resources. Yeah, let's just go ahead and have a depot here, or let's make it 2 depots there, just beside my commuter pier there, right? So that this looks like a proper coherent harbor district, harbor area that we just have then in this area. Oh, there's the oil tanker also coming out, probably getting it to a full storage in Arundel, as we can see. So we're basically not consuming any oil there really for the bit of fuel that we produce. And the Condor is coming out, a new clipper, and this clipper is going to get the Gorilla now. And that's it. The Gorilla in River of Stars, and most likely then the other 2 items that we got in Tombola. And then I think we had something somewhere else, because every conquerable island, or every island that we conquered at some point, has special items on board. And any of them could have then the right items that we need, right? For a zoo or something like that. Botanical garden items, I will need to expand my botanical gardens there. Also here, there's an ox at least, that's something. And that's it, right? But botanical garden, let's just check it out there. I think every single one, no, we still are free on the influence cost, right? So there's not that much more that we need to do. I mean, it's a beautiful garden, right? In that case, I will have to just build a second one, I think, if I want to make this one work. And yes, by the way, there is a whopping 3,500 engineers available in Madison right now, ready to be upgraded. And I'd say let's get the heck to more investors, so we can go ahead here with a couple more in this area, in the inner center, in the inner city. Of course, I should definitely get me some more investors. By the way, we have a very strange... there was a town hall, I remember. Something else we're going to push in there. No idea what yet, but definitely not another building, or another, you know, resident building, I should say. Let's have some more here. Boy, we could really go ahead there with the upgrading. We could go crazy on that. Here in the center for sure. A couple more of them pushes us to almost 100 influence again. Influence wise, we are swimming 100, over 100 now. That means 2 more dreadnoughts, by the way. Every single additional investor we can get out of here is getting us another dreadnought. And that's the whole goal here after all. Oh, now we are down on the engineers, so I will need to upgrade a couple more artisans again. No props though, as we're juggling around here with the population. And of course, consumption rate should also be closely monitored afterwards. I'd rather do this afterwards. You know, it just absolutely doesn't make sense, but I'd still like to do it. And yeah, those guys. There you go. Balanced workforce again. I'm not expecting that we need too many people anymore though, long-term wise, when it comes to those upgrades there. Perhaps I need more upgrades then in min, right? So out of the farmers that we have. First of all, we are fighting the plague here. This is helping right now with the farmer population again. And then I would like to... Can I not upgrade a single block? This one. No! Not a single block is upgradable at the moment. Why? These guys here, what do you lack? Especially the ones down there. Ah, marketplace for these guys. Let's provide. That should do the trick then. There we still have a couple more that we can do though. That's fine. As also our great city of Min is growing.
Your harbor is...
And that is just very brave here. In order to destroy a fishery, she's wasting here ships right now. So that's a bit of a problem of the AI. They're not thinking really smart anymore in the late game, right? They're just sending one ship after another after you, but not a fleet or something like that. This is unfortunately an inherent problem to Anno 1800 that you can't fix. So the only option that we have now is full destruction. And I just want to see those harbor sieges coming. There was a bit of coffee left from the captain, I guess. And there's another battlefielder entering my area. By the way, this one here, let's activate the self-repairing once more.
Loading station.
Unfortunately, there was no loot. I was hoping for something there. Let's use my clipper. Get the morning glory. Ah, there it is. Art of medicine for the museum. Very good. That's something I'm looking forward to. And get this one to Rocha first, because I think there's something that we can also load. Oh, and we've also upgraded champagne now to the first level here. So we've exported over 1,000 of this one for all the brass that comes in, right? But we are full on brass, so there's not that much more. Though what I can see, soap is out, right? That is pretty dangerous. We should not sleep on that too much. No idea why soap is out, and this definitely needs to be checked on. We are producing at the moment a lot of soap, and we only consume 3 in Madison, right? So why is this one out? We do have the trade route that hopefully works. Yes, the trade route should be working, and we have soap production in Min, but not a lot. First of all, of course, we have lots of workers here, and we do produce 15 per minute. So this still doesn't make sense to me. 15, that would be, yeah, let's make it 350 soap surplus that we have in 20 minutes. How much do we export? 200, 350. So almost exactly the amount that we overproduce there. That's not good, right? We definitely want to have a bigger surplus there of soap all the time available. Now, we should be pretty full on tallow, or have, well, also not the case. The tallow we're getting over to Madison for the dynamite, and it seems to not even out there as much as I hoped it would. Pigs though we have plenty of, so getting a few more rendering works would be my first option, right? So we can push 4 more over there, right next to my soap factories. We should also upgrade then one of these warehouses there, just to make absolutely sure. And then I'm going ahead with having another block just for the soap factory, really. That should be separated though from the other ones, because otherwise we're risking long commuting times. That's a shame. I was really hoping that it would be enough. Let's squeeze it in here. And then I would like to have another one. Let's make it 2 in this area there as well. We definitely should have some nice surplus for soap. Let's also increase the production here by 25%. And I do have, by the way, here this trade union that would be possible, but I don't have the corresponding items for that yet. And of course, we should also beautify that Madison here just a tiny bit more. We do have a nice area there. By the way, we could now move the university to that side here, as was planned originally, right? So it should be a bit more in the center there. And then I'm going ahead here with the fountain right next to the university. Beautiful fountain, no doubt, and with some trees, of course, surrounding it. And probably just some normal tiles then here, where people can enter here, and also accessing then the university on that side. Right, my oil tanker by the Admiral. He's still alive. How can he get a ship out there? Let's destroy it. And my Condor has reached the old world, so we should be seeing it. There it is, with the gorilla and the museum item that we have on board. There was only the cannoneer available that is doing a bit more damage than to the turrets, or, well, boosting the turrets there a bit, but nothing else. Let's get this one over to Madison, where we're going to use it then. The museum definitely has more room, right? So we should be going for that. And then I would like to have the zoo, and the zoo is going to be on that side. It's going to be... Oh, wait a second. We have the workers. I probably am getting rid of these guys here. Oh, I can already hear the groaning of some of you in the comment sections. Why do you delete a whole district, you animal? I can hear that already. Speaking about animals, by the way, there is the zoo now, right? So we can safely squeeze in that beautiful zoo then into this area that is providing me with more attractiveness once more. And the light bulb factory is on fire. That sentence absolutely has nothing to do with the previous sentence, but it was just the occasion for it. There's the zoo now. Let's just have it right across the museum. They don't have the same size, these buildings, of course, right? It would have the same... No, not even with the botanical building. So I can't make symmetry out of that one, unfortunately, right? It's just never really right, but this one looks almost the same. This one looks almost as good. Right next to that. So there we're going ahead with this one. We could then, by the way, have a nice, I don't know, fountain there in the center, or at least here something. Might be an option. And since that isn't a zoo, it will not have a bust of Nathaniel Spoondrift over it, but rather something animalesque. Something that looks familiar to an animal. Woohoo, there's a bird on top of that globe here, so I'm going with this one, right? Even though of course we have the elephants here already, so I could probably put the busts over here and here, so that we still have those elephants available there somehow. How could I forget about the elephants there, really? It's a shame, right? We can make it this big of an entrance then. Just not really looking good though. I hate different sizes of these buildings there. Be so perfect. Okay, then let me at least present some flowers here that would do the trick, right? And so that you can see the animals there still. Now, we don't have a lot of space for this zoo there, really. I will need to be careful, and plus we also don't have that many items anyway, right? I could probably do it like that, squeezing in that. Yep, so we have the space available. Done another exhibition here, and probably do the same thing on the other side, so that we maintain some symmetry. And then... that's probably it, right? And we're going to have a nice little plaza there, something like that. Music pavilion, that would be an interesting choice, I guess. And definitely some tiles then here to also add some ornaments. And the music pavilion actually is a good idea, I think. Even though, does it make sense to have a music pavilion at a zoo? I don't think so. To be honest, I really don't think so. Let's get rid of that again. I guess we could have then just some normal... a ferry wheel would actually work out right there, so that people can overlook the city and the zoo as well. Perhaps then also with some food stand left and right, where people can purchase something and something to drink. And then we're going to have some these bar tables then on the other side for both of these. And then I would just like really to close it off, I guess, with some flower beds. There you go, just as beautiful as always. And let's go ahead, upgrade or build all of that. So the path here, of course, and then we got the ornaments there, bar tables, the ferry wheel. Of course, we're going ahead also with the compounds here, very nice, and then the paving in the center, and that's it. The zoo, a little zoo completed right here. We don't have any... we have the horse for the moment. The gorilla is coming too. And also, one more thing is of course, every zoo should have a fence around it. Starting at the flower pots, going all around it. Like that, right? Also providing attractiveness again, of course, so that we go higher and higher on that level. And then we got some leftovers there, but this is where I'm basically just going to have some temperate growth to finish this area there and this area. A bit of green stuff around. Perfect. The zoo is completed too, right here, looking good. We just need the items now, and I think my... Oh, Sean. Oh, Sean, you want money again? I give you money. Some more items have arrived, and by the way, I think we do have still a fire somewhere. Oh my goodness, my industry is burning there still, but do I not have my fire stations close by? Or did I once again get rid of that? There's only one fire station here in this area at the moment. Let's build a couple more of them. Right, I think I moved the fire station at some point and forgot to move it back. There is now 2 more additional ones, and I guess here we can also squeeze in one safely for now, as I don't need that area. And let's not forget to upgrade those roads. The firefighters can get quickly over there. We should be getting a picturesque city back then. And of course, what also boosts that is then some more items here for the museum there. And then also we can start with the zoo, where I have my gorilla right here, providing me with the 30 attractiveness. And then I've got my horsey that is running around. Horses, it's actually several of them. Looking good, as the zoo is also starting to grow now. Very nice. We're still, of course, in the business of constructing more dreadnoughts. Very good. We're only 30 tons short of the next ship that we can commission then. So that's 2 more dreadnoughts coming out as the fleet is growing. Boy, we have so much influence. We can basically go ahead with more dreadnoughts if we want to. And of course, we should also continue upgrading those juicy, sexy people everywhere, especially down here as well. In the new district that we formed, just like that. We continue onwards. Stay tuned.